Okay, everybody. Thank you very much. We'll have a couple of players after Andy and Peter finish their press conference. Can I invite Sunday newspaper just to get a couple of questions in before... Guys, quite quickly, if we can, please, work back to seats. Because everyone's under a bit of pressure. Okay. Okay, thank you. Sorry. Sunday correspondence, a couple of questions to kick it off. Okay? Thank you.
Andy, does it make it all the sweeter to have been made to work hard for that trophy?
I suppose it does. It was a proper test match, and when a trophy's on the line for both of us, that's how it should be, shouldn't it? I've no doubt that Scotland will be proud of their performance as well as us, you know. But ultimately, we're delighted, you know. It's about winning championships for us, and that's unbelievably pleasing because it's so hard to do. You know, everyone constantly talks about Grand Slams and we get carried away with it so much. Back-to-back Grand Slams have never been done before. There's obviously a good reason for that. But for us to be in a position to win a back-to-back Six Nations, you know, it's a nice feeling for us because it goes down in history, doesn't it, for Irish rugby? You know, so we're unbelievably proud of the group.
Okay, that for Sundays. Okay, that's it for Sundays. We'll continue on online TV. This is live. Okay.
Well done, Pete.
Huh?
You did well for the Sundays then.
You did actually, yeah.
All power to the Sundays.
On your shoulders. Thanks, Peter. Okay, Neil.
Peter, that's your 5th Six Nations title. How special was that moment walking up, collecting the trophy?
Yeah, unbelievably special. There's 3 of us, but I think this was probably the most special. It's a tough week we put down as a group. St Andy on the way in here, it was a tough week, and it was probably one of the toughest days I put down nerves-wise beforehand. Chatting to a few fellas, they were in the same boat, which was nice. But yeah, it's 100% has to be up there, but one of the most special days of my career, if not the most.
Thanks. Cian, then Ashley.
We did a nice moment to lift the trophy with Ty Ferdinand as well, and he's obviously been through a tough time over the last while. Can you just talk us through that process?
Yeah, well, look, it was a nice moment for him and his family, and I thought it was appropriate. You know, he's had a tough few months, and you know, I don't have to talk about that anymore. It was a nice moment to share with him.
Thanks. Ashley.
Peter, you were emotional during the national anthem. It's clear to see what it means playing for Ireland to you.
Yeah, it means the world to me. I've said that lots of times before to players and media. You know, it's a special thing to be picked for your country, and you've got to treat it with the utmost respect. And you know, as I said, it was a tough week. You know, we didn't want to lose last week, but we knew we needed to get back on the horse and put in a better performance. And you know, coming back home, championship on the line, the whole lot. It was, you know, it was an important game for us, and you know, felt the pressure, felt the nerves, and you know, I knew it needed to be a big day for us.
Could you take it all in? 5 championships, being out there with that team, as you said, a tough week. You had to dig deep to get over the line today, and then your family's all out there as well. Did you take all that moment in?
Yeah, it's special. It's hard because it's so special. You know, you want it to last for hours, but you know, it's nice. I have to say, it's you know, it's a rare feeling. You know, I've talked to Willie Bennett, who's leaving us, and you know, he's been around for a long time, Ramasor, and you know, 35 years he spent with the Irish team, and you know, he said there was big chunks of that where we weren't competing for championships, and there was chunks of my career we were the same. You know, last games, you know, we're dead rubbers, and you know, to be in it, to be winning championships like that, it's not something we'd ever take for granted. And you know, as you saw from our performance today, it certainly wasn't something that we took for granted today. It was a proper test match, as Andy said, and you know, special moment afterwards, definitely.
Will there be more days in
Sorry,
green?
Ashton.
What was that?
Will there be more days in green?
Will there? Will there?
We'll see. We'll see.
Thanks.
Okay, thanks, Steve.
Peter, just to follow up on that, there's obviously been a lot of speculation about your future. What chances do you think that is your last game for Ireland today?
I don't know. I need to go and talk to my wife and family and have a think about it. I won't be making any decisions over the next few days, but next week we'll have to have a chat. And no, I'm still loving it. You know, this part of it is the best feeling in the world, and that's the part you chase. But you know, you have to have a proper chat and be realistic. And you know, if it was my last one, you know, it wasn't a bad one to go out on, you know, so I can hang the jersey in a good place if it was, but look, I'll have that weekend, or I'll have that chat next week.
Ruth?
Andy, I know some of the players said afterwards they're trying to convince Peter to play on. Are you trying to convince him to play on?
Whatever's right for him. I've been unbelievably a big fan of Pete all his career. And we've a close enough relationship to be honest with one another, and we've been talking about his career certainly over when he's getting towards the end for the last year. So we're realists as far as that's concerned. I've no doubt we'll chew the fat on all that over the next coming days.
Okay, just the last question in this section from Stephen.
Andy, a lot of players we've spoken to already are already talking about there is more to come and better to come from this group of players. What are your thoughts on that?
I sure hope so. I think it was a fantastic campaign for this group, and yeah, we are continuing on from where we left off and trying to improve as a group. But we all know that things change year on year as far as personnel's concerned, and injuries and whatnot, and staff leaving, staff coming in, new staff, etc. But you know, I reckon the loss last week will be the best thing for us as a group, because some of these lads, subconsciously now, not through their own doing, they've been used to winning. They have. But the special thing about the Six Nations and why the Grand Slams are so hard to do, that it changes week on week, like we all know, and some people are fighting for their lives. And for this group, for some of the lads who's not been used to losing at all, then sometimes I suppose, I don't know, I'll have to ask them. They get to a point where they're actually turning up for games thinking, we're doing it, like, you know, you're never doing it. You're never doing it in the Six Nations, because things change week to week, and that test match last week was a proper test match in Twickenham, and so it should be. We'll learn the lessons from that, and that'll be powerful for us going forward, like this one was tonight, because that was a proper test match. Scotland are a great side. I thought they were tenacious. I thought they were tough. I actually thought we played bloody well. Like, we came out to the blocks in the second half. That was magnificent. The power, the pace that we put into the game. We couldn't get it over the line, but that's how it should be. Scotland have a lot to say in that, and you know, that was a proper test match where, again, trophies were on the line, and the last 2 weeks for us is going to be great learning.
Okay, Murray, just final one in this section.
Andy, obviously Andrew's strike was really important. He did business, but where did that come from?
Who's that, sorry, Mary? Who did you say?
The second half try.
Oh, yeah,
Who's taking
Ports.
credit for that? Where did it come from?
Who's taking credit for it? Set it up well, didn't we? Honestly, with three set plays from the tap 5 meters before the line, and one of them that we've not done any throughout. I mean, we've been practicing day in, day out to try and get it right.
Made a bollocks of that one.
We made a bollocks, yeah. Like, literally, we made a bollocks of it yesterday at the captain's room, didn't we?
Yeah.
Here. But we set it up nicely, because the first one was direct. The second one had I suppose they thought the directness was coming again. A little bit of subtlety with Andrew Porter charging on the inside was a nice one for us. But we still got one in the bag.